Boom. All right. Show. We got it right this time, y'all. Peace. We in the game. We in here. Let's say we in here. Yeah, we in the building now. All right. So, okay, come on back. Come on back, Mr. Simmons. Come on back, Ice. Let's do it the right way. Oh, let me put the invite on so I can copy that and put it to the comments, to the comment section. So anybody who wants to join can do that and get down to. So, all right. So if it's two people on here, no matter who they are, show it, please. Oh, it's six people. So if you get on here and just wave or do anything so that I would know that you on here and we can get busy from there. Let me look into the comment section. Let me mute. Okay, boom. So if you come up, just let me know you there so that I can do on the get on the comment section. Peace, LJ. What's the word? How you doing, sir? Mr. Perry. Uh, Stace, cousin from Vegas. Yeah, you in the building, Mr. Kane. We up in here, man. Come on down and see. Y'all can join too. All y'all gotta do is hit the stream yard, get on, hit the click. The link is in the comment section. We want to talk about this. We got a topic that I think a lot of y'all gonna want to speak on, from men to women, and we only doing a 30-minute quick in and out pilot. You know what I'm saying? Ice is back. And the link is up in the description box for you. I mean, in the comment section. Ice, if you want to come back on the screen, please do. Anybody else that want to come on the screen too. And if you on Facebook, that's all good. We want the comments over there. I can't read the comments as quick on Facebook as I can on here, but I'm still trying. So, Ice, if you want, come on back on here and see us. Get back on here real quick, and I'm about to take off for a quick 30-minute run. And I want you to join me, Ice, and tell us how everything is going. So, in five, in four, in three, in two, in one, we ready. All right, so tonight we got the topic, right? Bashin'. This is episode one. The topic is bashing. No mo in 24. Jay Easy, I see you in the building. Come on over to the stream yard. The link is in the comment section. You can join the discussion. We're going to make this a mellow discussion for 2024. Remember what we had said? No mo in 24. So bashing, no mo in 24. I've been seeing so many social media posts from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Talk amongst the people. Everything we doing is going against the men and the women. The men act like they don't like the women no more. The women acting like they don't like the men no more. What we got to do about that in 24? We got to get this thing straight. Shamika, we see you, baby. Come on down. If you can get on the stream yard and hit the link, you can do that too. We can make sure everything is right. Ice is here. There it is. They're the host. The host is in the building. My pronouns are woman or queen. Her pronoun is woman or queen. We're going to make sure we remember that too. Queen Ice is on the scene.
That's
Queen Ice,
right.
talk to the people for a second, then we're going to get into this game. Tell the people something that they might want to hear. Where's Jay Easy at? I see him in the building.
I don't know what the people want to hear, but this is definitely a topic to talk about because for far too long, we have been pitted against one another. The
Mm-hmm.
male and female species has been pitted against one another for whatever reason.
Yep. Yep.
So it's about time it
Mm-hmm.
all ceases and desists
Right.
immediately.
Right. And I know that a lot of things happen because we be on some fun stuff and things like that. We be having a good joke and everything. But now, I mean, it done got to the point where I'm starting to see so much of it that the only thing you got is a way to demean the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure out where this all started from. Where does it start with each individual? You know what I'm saying? Big Mafia in the building. where this all start with each individual. You know what I mean? So with the discussions I've been having and some of the notes I've been taking, I was sitting there like, what is your thoughts when you first look at the opposite sex? What thought do you have? And is that a bad thought or a good thought? Or do you think you're supposed to have a good thought followed by a bad thought? Oh, she fine, but she probably got some mental issues. She
Yeah,
fine.
I think when it comes to women,
Uh-huh. Let's
our
hear it.
first thought is just to love people. Like by nature, we're
Mm-hmm.
nurturing individuals. So when we see a man, regardless of his aesthetics, we just want to, get to know him, get to understand him. Sometimes you can tell in body language, in facial expressions, what possibly is plaguing someone. So by nature, just me personally, I can only speak for myself, but I can tell you that, when I cross paths with people, whether I've met them before or not, I tend to try and read them right away. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm. No, I feel that too because same way I am, right? I mean, right out the gate, boom, you get a good read on somebody or what you might think is a bad read, and then you might be like, well, that person isn't that bad anyway. You know what I mean? But to demean somebody, that done went to a different level. That's why I said we can't be bashing each other no more. You know, like like I said, what at what stage do you start being mean to someone and bashing, right? Now I get it that we might get to know somebody, be in a relationship with them, and then we might not like them no more, so we can say some hateful stuff, right? I get that part, right? But even in that stage, you still had love for that person for 7 to 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, whatever time you decided to be with that person. You was in you had love. But now we at a stage where I don't even care if I know the person. I'm just demeaning to women, or the women are just demeaning to men. And then now we're in a situation where I'm like, who do I turn to? What that song say? Who do I turn to for love? You feel me? So if I don't like any women, now that's where this homosexual behavior might be kicking in at. I'm not saying it is. I ain't beating up all the homosexuals that might be watching, but it might be a starting point for you to go there if you don't like women no more. If you're demeaning women all the time, your mama a woman. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta like women. And the women gotta like a man if they got some kids at one point or another. Not all the time. They might have gone ahead and stopped for a little while, but at one point they liked the man. You know what I'm saying? But then that's where it come from. Mr. Tillman, I see you, man. I see you. So look, check this out. I was thinking about some of the things that make people bash people, right? The number one thing that I came up with is what? Their friends. Their friends' perspective of the person that they're bashing, the women, right? Like even to this day, Kevin Samuels, right? Like him, hate him, love him, whatever you want to do, right? Some people could look like he was bashing women. You got groups of men bashing women, right? Because of what Kevin Samuels said. Kevin Samuels did. So this man's idea has lived on to have women looking bad. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing this on all kind of social media shows, podcasts. All they doing is saying, "Oh man, she don't what is the word that he used? She don't deserve nothing because she ain't doing certain things, right? Here's the deal, Jay Easy, I see you. Mr. Simmons said, "Born Power and Queen Ice. This topic will definitely have to be revised. No way that this should be a 30-minute discussion." Add on to that. Add on to that. I kind of wish Ice was right here, but at the same time, we all in the building. You know what I'm saying? Jay Easy said people let that one bad apple get to them. Let me put these on the screen for a second. There go Mr. Simmons right there. We're gonna put that on the screen just so it could be in the video. You know, that's a serious thing because it is a big topic. When people start getting bashed and people start doing some bashing, they tend to never stop. You right? So a woman, and I'm speaking from the man's perspective, a woman could meet the perfect man, right? And through her bad seed that Jay Easy just spoke of, that bad apple seed being planted in somebody's head, right? They bash the perfect man. They look at him sideways, like he can't be right. He can't be true. Jay Easy is being added to the stage. Peace, Jay Easy.
Peace.
Peace. All right. Um, so that's now we at a point where we sitting back and we like, how do I get that seed not to grow? Right? But that's within us. And that's within our friends. Now, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people like to go to therapy and get to psychiatrist, but your best psychiatrist is going to be yourself, that man in the mirror that Michael Jackson talked about, and your friends that's closest to you, because they're going to be the ones that can tell you exactly what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? We don't like the judgment that they're going to put on us, but they're going to be able to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Like, for example, I had a conversation with somebody in my backyard, right? Me and him just sitting back, chilling, drinking, having a good time. And we talked about different situations that we got going on. And I told him, I said, man, you don't want to be mean to that woman, right? Because that woman could be, somebody else's sunshine and peace. You understand what I'm saying? And when that's said, he was like, "Man, I ain't even think about other people liking her." I said, "Man, she ain't just she's not fresh to you. Somebody, she's super fresh. You know what I'm saying? And she got a fresh thought process that somebody could like. So don't bash her like that. You know what I'm saying?" Mr. Higgins. Mr. Higgins said, "What's up, y'all?" He said,
What's
"What's
up,
up?"
Mr. Wiggins?
Jay Easy, speak on the topic, Jay Easy.
I mean, I feel like people let that bad apple in the barrel. They let them get to them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can't
Mm-hmm.
you can't let you can't let one experience at a restaurant mess up your whole taste for love of a certain type of food. Just
Right.
because one Jamaican food restaurant, just because one Jamaican restaurant don't make the oxtails the way you like, don't mean they all like that. And as
Right.
far
Right.
as friends go, you do have a valid point with the friends because we do, and I say we because I've done it myself. We have a
Mm-hmm.
tendency as human beings to let others' opinions shape and mold us how we feel. Oh, my partners don't like that movie or don't like going to that club, so I'm not gonna go. You
Indeed.
know, and it shouldn't be like that. When you grown, you have the capability in the. I hope you have the know it all to come up with your own opinion about people and life in general. You know,
Right.
because like you just said, was what you may not like, somebody else could be ready to love.
That's it.
You
True
know,
indeed. True
and
indeed. True
I don't
indeed.
care how a situation ends with you with someone. At the end of the day, whether you wrong, they wrong. Just let bygones be bygones. Go about your business. Ain't no need to drop salt on anybody's name. Keep it
Right.
player and keep it moving.
Right.
Don't
And
you
every
ain't
time,
gotta.
right. And every time, peace. Right. And every time you start dealing with a new person, it ain't no use in having bad thoughts coming along with that, or in social media way, start bashing other women. Right. You got to be able to start fresh, recultivate that soil, till it back up, get it right. Shirley Simmons, what's up, family? Cosmo in the building. Mr. Simmons said, "Happy New Year, family." Peace. Cosmo said, "Peace, Almighty. Peace, Queen." He said, "Peace to you, Queen." That's Cosmo to God. You know what I mean?
Peace,
Our
Cosmo.
that's our resident dietitian. He's a dietary law specialist. So we're gonna end up doing a show, if Cosmo is willing. Uh, we're gonna end up doing a show on dietary law, y'all, for the future. Probably in a couple days. We don't know. We just gonna put it out there. You remember Cosmo? We had the video clip of him up there. Y'all remember that? Okay, so he's the one. So he's the All Passion Barber Shop, right here on 56 and Barrel Line, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying?
Quick plug.
Shameless plug for us. But he's our resident dietary law, the guy with the dietary law that tell us everything to eat. and not eat, drink and not drink what's good for you and what's bad for you mentally and physically. So whenever he get a chance, he can step onto the stage and do what he do. You know what I mean? Just to introduce himself as well. You know, but so anyway, one of the things.
Let me ask you something, brother Born.
Peace.
Would you say like that mentality of bashing? Would you say that's a maturity level?
Word is bond. I got maturity level written down here at number 2. Uh, I literally got maturity level written down at number 2. Jay Easy, you got me right there. Yes, it is a maturity level. It's a maturity level because a lot of people in 2023. I'm just using 2023 because 2024 ain't pop off all the way yet. But between in the recent times, a lot of people don't think for themselves. A lot of people find it hard to make their decisions on their own, right?
So with that being said, like, and I forgive my interjection, but like
Please,
I recently came to terms with my own emotional immaturity. But
please.
one thing I've always prided myself on was the fact that I've never been the type of brother. If I shoot my shot and it get blocked, it get the Dikembe Mutombo, I'm not finna, man, F her, forget her, ugly. I'm not finna do all of that. And at 37 years old, I still see grown men doing that with women.
Mm-hmm.
I
No, that's
still see
peace.
women. I still see women doing that with grown men.
That's peace. Here's the thing too. Cosmo, well, I said peace with a strong hand, and Cosmo the God said, "This is a great bill." He said, "This is a great bill, God." He put a little G instead of a big G. Got to get reprimanded on that, but we'll get to it. You feel me? It's big G's around here, man. We don't do them little G's, Cosmo. But now here's the thing though, Jay Easy. If you shot your shot and you got the Kimbe Matumbo done to you, I can see you bashing that woman in particular, right? But
It's not even necessary.
peace, hold on though, hold up, let me finish. Peace. I can see you bashing that woman, but I can't see you bashing all women from that stage forward. That shows a low level of maturity, right? If you decide to bash her because she specifically recently done something wrong to you in your eyes, that's opinion based, right? But then when you start talking about all women, now you taking out your brush and you stroking. You know what I'm saying? Now you painting every woman with a broad stroke, and we can't do that because you got some women like you might have sisters or mama or cousins. I got sisters or mama or cousins and stuff like that, and they not all what I'm seeing as being bad. So you couldn't say f all women. You know what I'm saying? F all women ugly. They not. You understand what I'm saying? But right now, what we starting to see on social media, right, is a play to degrade men. In particular, degrade men that's good guys, right? And not
Mm-hmm.
degrade bad guys. You feel me? So, like right now, we got a thing going on with what's his name? Cat Williams, right? Nobody can degrade what he's saying, right? Because he's saying it about specific people. And those people, if he was like every other comedian out here is trash and they all stole from me. Now you just painting with a broad, you using your brush to paint a broad stroke, right? But he specifically said, "Oh, Steve Harvey, oh, Cedric the Entertainer, oh, this person, that person." He said that, right? Ricky Smiley, he said that because he don't want to say I don't like all comedians, right? So that's what men and women today have come to do. We've started um, demeaning the opposite sex for no reason besides a bad experience or what we see on reality shows. I call them unreality shows, but we started seeing them on there. So now we started doing that same thing. We start acting like them. We start being mean to one another for no reason. Oh, I thought I was supposed to be mean. No, you're not supposed to be mean. Like you can have a woman right now, right? that's a real good woman to you, right? Why would you
Mm.
bash every woman you see and you got a good woman? Why would you make a status on your social media? Anybody, right? Why would anybody make a status on social media speaking down about women when they being treated really well at home by their woman? You see what I'm saying? So now we just
Yeah,
letting outside influences take our mind and we starting to do behind it without even thinking. You know what I mean? And then guess what? Now we saying I can't find no good women. Well, you speaking against them. How we gonna find one? You know what I'm saying? I can't find no good man, right? Well, you speaking against the man. You done took the independence, men and women. We done took the independence and we started doing stuff that's gonna make us not be able to attract. You attract your alike, right? You don't
right.
attract unalike. That's a fool's pleasure to think that they attract unalike. You attract like-minded. So that's why like people say stuff and don't understand what they're saying, right? They say I want to be
Right.
around like-minded individuals. And then the next statement is opposites attract. It don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? How can you be like-minded and opposites attract? You feel me? Now I know some people can go in on me on that. I'm just stating what I know, right? And if somebody else got
I
something else,
mean,
you
the first thing came to my mind, brother. It's a subject I don't want to get back into it with you about because we don't. Me and you done had one-on-one conversations, and I'm not gonna bring God into it. So, I'm gonna leave it.
I'm
I'm
in
gonna
it
let it
already.
be.
I'm in it already.
Uh,
I'm already in it. You ain't got to bring me into
well,
it.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
here.
bring. I'm not gonna bring the Bible into it. I'm gonna put it like that.
Ooh, not the Bible, but go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna say
I
that one for
mean,
another discussion. But
I
go ahead,
mean,
build.
at the end of the
Build.
day, like you said, you attract like-minded individuals. What you put in the universe is what you gonna get back. So if you out here, you gotta like if I got a good woman at home, first of all, I ain't worried about no other woman. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm not. I might like your posts. I might like your pic, but I'm not worried about you. I'm not
Right.
worried about if you good or if you bad. I'm not worried about what you can do for me because I got that at home. My grandpa always told me when you got $1 at the house, you don't go outside looking for a penny.
Right.
You don't go outside looking for a penny. So people, my thing is like people bash nowadays. What I see, people be bashing just for clout,
Yeah.
just to be
Absolutely.
a part of just to be a part of the conversation. And
Absolutely.
and and then when you bash, you don't have a valid point as to why you bashing. You
That's
just
right.
doing it to be doing it, and that's why I say is do you feel like it's a maturity thing? Because to me, it's just a lot of immature people, and I'm not putting the age range on that because you got some grown people my age and up that are really deep into that, and it's like, dang, who did what to you at what point in time in your life?
That's peace. Let me say this real quick. Let me break your bill 1 second. First, I'm gonna break your bill. Like I'm gonna speak to that too. Well, first I'm gonna speak to it. You know, I remember in 2011, I remember a young lady being on Twitter, right? No, she was on Facebook, I think one of them. But she was like, "Oh, I don't get on, I don't mess with Twitter because Twitter is for followers, right?" And when you think about that, everything you just said, right? Maturity level comes when a person know that they can stand alone, right? The immature have to run in bunches. They have to run in a
Mm,
crowd, right? And so when you run in a crowd, you are generally influenced by that crowd. You are the one that, or the whole crowd, you are influenced by what they say or do. And sometimes you might not even realize that you start demeaning women or a woman demeaning men. It's not one sided, y'all. A woman demeaning men without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? All N words ain't shit. A lot of people say that. And that can't be right because if you take that, if a woman take that attitude, right, then when she run across Jay Easy a good man. You know, when she run across Born Power, Born Power, good man, right? But all N words ain't shit. So that's in the back of her head. So automatically, she waiting on her moment to bash me, right? Whatever that is. And if it's not a moment that come up, then she gonna do it just because she feel like it's necessary. She might talk to her girls or her friends, or he might talk to them. Can't nobody be that good. You understand what I'm saying? Now you get the bashing. Subliminal messages are the bash. Real quick, I'm gonna read these comments and then I want to get your say so on it, Ice. Mr. Simmons said, "Well, Born Power, you stated at the start of the solution. Oh, you stated the start of the solution. Men communicating and teaching with males, and women communicating and teaching females. You advising your neighbor a lesson. Peace. That's peace." Mr. Higgins says the teaching starts at home. Fathers got to teach their sons to respect at an early age. Okay, they sons. The fathers got to teach their sons to respect at an early age. But let's not leave out the daughters. We got to keep the daughters in there too because this is not a one-sided conversation. You know, I'm seeing a lot of women being real disrespectful to the male population. You know what I'm saying? I've even seen some posts where women say, "I'm done. I'm going over to the women." Yeah, I've seen some posts like that. Yeah, they be clowning
I
out
just,
here. Yeah. Now I ain't
I,
gonna.
I, just, I just seen them. I just seen them liquor license post too.
Yeah, the liquor license folks. No doubt. That's what they be doing. And so I'm like, this is what's happening, even though we not wanting to fess up. We are part of the problem, right? How are we a part of the problem? We are part of the problem because we hit that like button. Haha, we make a joke and we laugh at it. Yeah, it's funny, right? But when we start showing that it's funny, now we got a problem. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't realize it's a problem until we single. You know what I'm saying? And here you is, the woman fine as wine, single, right? Got everything that adults should have. An adult should have a job or maybe her own business or something to that effect, or a great bank account, inheritance or whatever, car, a place to live, all done on their own. That's adult behavior. That's not independent behavior. This is men and women. This is what we supposed to do automatically. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? AUT-O-matic. We supposed to have this. This is if you of a certain age, and most of the people that I'm speaking out is probably 25 and up. You know what I'm saying? So at that age, you're supposed to have certain things going on in your life. If you still living somewhere where you ain't supposed to be, or living off the woman, or the woman living off the man, whichever way it is, you know, that's not adult behavior. So I can see somebody being mean to that person, but outside of that, now we're gonna have to have a discussion. Ice, you had something to say.
Yeah, I agree with, I think it was Bobby Simmons, is that, or Al Higgins, where it says teaching starts at home. But I also agree with you, and I'm glad that you spoke on that build with it has to be not just teaching their sons, but their daughters as well. You can't take away the mother's aspect and role in that equation, right? I feel like over time, the roles have drastically changed. There was a time where the man was the head of the household and had to do everything from teaching on down to taking care of the financial responsibilities of the household. But now we're in a society where that falls upon both people, both the man and the woman, the husband and the wife, the girlfriend and the boyfriend. When two people come together to create a household, the responsibilities over that household, which includes the children, tending to, teaching, etc., becomes a shared responsibility. And I feel like that's where a lot has gotten lost in translation. I say that because you still have some households that are combining two different realities, two different mentalities, where the man might be old fashioned and the woman might be more modern. right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can't seem to come to any common ground as to how to properly maintain the household. And that includes, again, teaching your children to know better, teaching your children about respect, teaching your children not to hate, teaching all of those teachings when unified between the man and the woman in that relationship, that can cultivate a very well-rounded individual. But when you take one piece of that away, that's where those children grow up to be adults, and those adults carry on one mentality versus the other.
Right. Now that's peace. I like that. I got a question
That
for
is
that too.
dope.
A statement too. But first, Cosmo, you said, how do you tap in? Hit the link. It's right under your question about how do you tap in. It's right in the comment section. If you want to join, just hit that link and you'll be added into the group. So here's the thing. Like Mr. Higgins and yourself, we spoke about the parent teaching the child, right? But who teach the parent? This is where we need to be at because I don't follow any children on the Facebook, social media, any of that, right? So you know that the children may be at a little different what's name, unless y'all speaking about the children from the 70s, you know what I mean? But we got to get to who teaches Jay Easy, who teaches Born Power, who teaches Ice, right? So do I leave the lane open for Jay Easy to say, listen, Born Power, this you ain't doing this right. You feel me? So Jay Easy is Jay Easy comfortable enough with telling me that I'm not doing this right? You see what I'm saying? Like Cosmo said, if you can get your chance, come on to the link, hit the link and come on in. Because Cosmo can attest that he's a young guy, right? But he gonna check me if I'm wrong, right? He's not gonna hold back. If he see me doing something wrong, he gonna hold back. He gonna check me. And if I see him doing something wrong, I'm gonna check him, right? So who checks the adult that's doing the bashing? When you with your girls, Ice, when you with your friends, right? And one of them be like, look at them guys over there, they ain't, whatever. Do you check them? Jay Easy, when we all hanging out, and I be like, man, them look like they some hood rats. Do you check me and be like, how do you know, man? Well, let's go over there and see what's up with them. We got to be willing to do this because that'll stop a whole lot. I
And,
might be, man,
but
that's the coldest
you
thing
know,
I ever met.
I'm not gonna say you wrong, brother. But I think where the obstacle for that comes in at is nobody wants to be that one to step up. And I'm not saying it's like that for everybody, but I think in some circles you have people that like ignore the conflict. They feel like, oh, it's gonna be a conflict if I say something. Me personally, if I feel like you wrong, you wrong. That's what a friend is.
That's a
If
friend. Right.
I'm not your friend if I can't correct you in
That's
any
right.
shape, form, or fashion, on any level, on any facet of the conversation. If I can't correct you, I'm not your friend. And if you can't correct me, you're not my friend. We don't need to be around each other.
That's peace. Hold up. Stop right there. Check this out. That's cold blooded because you 100% right, Jay Easy, right? But dig this. There is no conflict between friends. Like you
True.
said, nobody wants to start conflict. Nobody want to be the one to step up, right? But in a friendship, there shouldn't be any conflict. If it's conflict, then y'all not really friends. You know what I'm saying? In friendship, and there's correction, and there's helping somebody elevate, right? This is the same thing as a man and a woman dealing, right? The woman got to be able to tell the man when he wrong, and he got to be able to tell her when she wrong, right?
Fact.
Or else you might be sending her down the rabbit hole, and when she pop her head back out, they go to wolf. You see what I'm saying? Ready to get her because nobody was willing to step up and say this is what this is. Let me read this comment real quick. Mr. Simmons said, "How do y'all feel about the music that is now being accepted?"
Woo. That's a whole
Ice,
nother show.
what you say, Ice? I know the reason why
I,
he asked that. I can hear it. I can hear him asking that
I
question.
agree with Easy that that's a whole nother show. I think we can expound on that so many different ways, but ultimately that's entertainment. And for people in general, especially adults, to take the entertainment seriously and to imply it to their everyday lives, that
Yeah.
shows that that individual has a lack of a positive role model in their lives, currently
Queen,
and in the
I think you need
past.
to address that pronoun because that ain't adults. If you listen to that type of music over a certain age, like any grown woman or man over the age of 30 listening to Sexy Red need to slap themselves. Listening to young boy, you need to slap yourself because me
I
personally,
disagree. I disagree, Easy,
Yeah.
and here's why. I'm going to tell you why. I listen to whatever the hell's on the radio, but I have free mind and I have a whole lot more sense about myself to understand and know that that's just entertainment. What she's
Right.
talking about, I don't need to apply it to my life. What she's talking about, I cannot relate to. However, is it entertaining? Absolutely. Will I listen to it? Probably so, every time it comes on the radio. But again, I know that that's just entertainment for me.
Hey, I'm with you on that too, Ice. Um, and the one with Mr. Simmons asking that question, how do you feel about the music that's now being accepted? Hey, I feel that music is a big influence on people because a lot of people are influenced by social media because some of the stuff that they saying would not be a part of their everyday vernacular or dialect if they wasn't listening to certain said music, right? So now they going with the music and they might be popping it off because some people don't have the discipline to say, uh, uh, here we are. I'm just listening to some entertainment. Like me, I watch a television show or a movie, and I know it's only entertainment. I'm not going to go pick up my gun and go out there and shoot because I got the ability to decipher what's entertainment.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And here's the biggest point. I love that you called out movies because when you think about entertainment, it doesn't start and end at what you hear on the radio. It starts and end with what you see and hear. So entertainment is something that you can see on TV as well. You don't see many people that watch horror flicks become serial killers.
right,
You see what I'm saying? And it's because of the influence that they had either growing up or currently. So I don't, I'm very indifferent when it comes down to what I see and what I hear because I have the free mind to be able to decipher, as you said, what's real, what's fake, and what applies to me.
right. And I think that's the biggest issue. And then I'm gonna introduce Cosmo to God. But that's the biggest issue because a lot of times we will take this, and I'm guessing here that this is where Mr. Simmons' question come from. A lot of times we'll take what them people say in them songs and put it in a social media post, and not knowing that that's hurting your chances, right? But don't live by it. Don't live by what it is, and we got to learn how to live by what we're doing too. Let me read these comments, and then I'm gonna introduce you, Cosmo. Mr. Simmons, Al Higgins said, Mr. Simmons, that has a lot to do with how these young people think now. Okay. Uh, and then Mr. Higgins said, that's a true statement. That was to what you said, Jay Easy. He was saying that. Uh, then I put the link in the box. Okay, so everybody, this is Cosmo the God right here. Jay Easy, that's Cosmo the God. Cosmo the God, that's Jay Easy. Queen Ice, this is Cosmo the God. Cosmo, this is my sister Queen Ice. Uh, speak to us a minute about this topic in particular. Introduce yourself and speak to us about if you see any bashing going on and what is the solution to stopping that and having no more in 24.
Peace, y'all. Peace. Peace, Ease, Queen, Born. Nobody, as far as the topic, man, when I see bashing, I say something. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say something because I'm righteous. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit up and let somebody like tear down a righteous culture. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So it's my duty to say something. You know what I'm saying? Especially
hmm.
if especially if that person who bashing is not teaching.
Right,
You know what I'm
right. What do you
saying?
mean
So,
by that?
like so like you always talking about somebody. Maybe they're ignorant. Maybe they don't know nothing about it. They don't know no better, so they can't do no better. If you don't know no better, most people are only going off what they know. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
ain't saying ignorance is an excuse. I'm just saying if they don't know, then you should be teaching them. Now, if they're ignorant, ignoring you, and you didn't try to teach them, you know what I'm saying? Then you move around. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
my thing is bashing them, helping. Now, there's
Right.
some people.
Mm.
There's some people who, like, there's some people where you can like, make them like, like be honest with them in a way, and it can be
Mhm.
come off as bashing, and then they go home, and they're like, dang, what he said really got me thinking. Like, I really should change this. You know what I'm saying? But that's more
Mhm.
so in a constructive way because you're making them think. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Instead of making them feel happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the reason why I came up with this topic too, y'all, is this. I was watching a show, right, for entertainment purposes, and Kendra G. I was watching the Kendra G show, and it was a woman on there, and everybody in the comment section was talking about how bad her body was. Her body was not bad, but they were speaking about how her body was because of what she was let coming out of her mouth. You understand what I'm saying? So they start bashing her. Women like that, they only for the streets. Women like that, they got the SpongeBob body. She didn't though. You know what I'm saying? Stood up and surprised the nation, right? But women like that, they have low vibration. So they was speaking all of this stuff, but she was speaking from her experience. You see what I'm saying? And then from her experience, being able to talk and let it out about what she wanted in a man, right? She got bashed in the comment section. They dogged her out in the comment section. And I'm like, dang, that's cold blooded. That the woman come on here looking for a man, whole bunch of men in the comment section, and the men are sitting there like, this is a Kevin Samuel dream. This is something that we should be, yeah, they was dogging her out. You know what I'm saying? They was putting her down to like, I thought she was gonna run, right? Because of how bad they were doing her. But I was like, why are they doing this woman like this and doing women in general? Because they was like women like this. You see what I'm saying? So now they start putting a bunch of them in the group as opposed to one, right? So now when another guy hear a woman say, well, I just want somebody that's going to be able to be relatively close to me in income and help me, right? Now that man gonna start bashing women that say that. You know what I'm saying? Because he thinking that that's what you're supposed to do because that's what the comment section did. You feel me? So that's where that come from, and that's one of the reasons why we got to instead of bashing, we got to uplift, right? Because I just had a conversation literally an hour and a half ago with two brothers, one older than me and one younger than me, and the younger brother asks, he says, "Where do we look?" Dig this, Cosmo. He said, where do we look for teachers? Man, threw me off, right? But, once we start talking, he never had anybody around him that would try to teach him. That's letting you know that we need that positive correction. You know what I'm saying?
I
Um,
feel you. I feel you. I
yeah.
see. What was your response when he said, where do we look for teachers?
Oh, okay. So I asked him, do we know who he is? Right?
Mm.
Not in a manner to say you are a certain person or you should be a certain person. But he asked me, he said, what you mean? I said, man, you look to those that's like you, older or younger, right? If you don't know who you are, you don't know what you're looking for. when it come down to a teacher. You see what I'm saying? Some teachers happen by happenstance, right? So you get some people that can teach you without you ever knowing, right? But then you get people that teach you because in order for me to learn from Jay Easy or Ice or Cosmo, I already know these people are like me. They where I want to be. I got to go to them. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to what they got going on. And what they got going on is what I want to have going on. But in order to know that, I got to know who I am. I got to know what I want because I asked him that too. I said, what you want? What you looking for? You see what I'm saying? And so by the time it was over with, he had talked to me for about an hour and a half. You understand what I'm saying? We sat here and built for about an hour and a half. You feel me? First time ever meeting him. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. He sat here and I told him, I said, man, come back, man. We build all the time around here. You know, he said he live around the corner. I said, come back and build with us, man. You feel me? He was like, I wouldn't do that. You know, I could have easily told him, you little young cats, y'all don't know nothing anyway. Why would somebody want to teach you anyway? You know, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get him to where he understand what it's all about, who he need to be. You know what I'm saying? So then once he start going and doing a little research on who he is or looking into himself, now you can probably elevate and you could probably come back and have deeper questions. Let me say this real quick. GT, I see you was watching on Facebook. Lisa, I see you over there. Hey, Rashidi, what's going on? The family is all here. You know what I'm saying? I said the women bashing her are clowns. No doubt. I think, Ice, you know what? What's crazy is this. I think anybody that bash a person is a clown, so to speak. Because if that's the only thing you got to say, like Cosmo said, give them some constructive criticism. You see what I'm saying? Don't just be like, they ain't nothing, in other words, right? These people ain't shit or so on and so forth, because you might be actually letting the wrong person hear it, right? Because now you got somebody that's a bystander, might be a child like Mr. Higgins said, right? That's being taught without direct teaching. Now you got that person listening, and that person might be like, oh, you know what? Get them them N words ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that might be one of the things that she might end up saying down the road. You know what I'm saying? Or the men might be saying that about some of the women. Like I've seen something yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday. Again, this is like my favorite show, y'all, so don't beat me up. But I was watching the Kendra D show yesterday, right? And it's a dating show, but it's entertainment, man. It's so much fun, right? I still want to go on there, right? I still want to go on there and talk my talk. But I'm watching the show, and the woman peed me off. I'm going to send it to y'all when she put it out as a highlight. She said, this woman, no, it wasn't yesterday's show. It was another show, but it was a highlight. So I'm going to send it to y'all. This woman said her son told her that she shouldn't date black men anymore, right? Because black men are mean. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm going to send it to y'all this evening. I'm sending it to y'all. Y'all going to trip off of this. When we done with this live, I'm going to send it to y'all. She was clowning. She said her little daughter said she wished she could build her a Caucasian man. This is what she said. You feel me? It's proof to it. I'm not paraphrasing. This is verbatim, right? She said her daughter was 5. You see what I'm saying? So this is chatter that somebody said around her that was bashing black men, right? And uplifting white men, right? So if that's the case, what do those kids grow up to do? They gonna grow up to bash and uplift the opposite, right? They gonna look at white as right and black, stay back, Jack. You feel me? Wait, let me see something. I said I wouldn't label them women, Brother Born. Those are adult females. Ooh, that's cold, Ice. You always say that. That's true. That's true. Yeah, adult females. Sometimes we're gonna say females. We got to redefine the word adult. We can't have that going by age no more.
Please, and thank you, because there is a huge difference. I will continue to preach that. I will forever say that there is a difference. And if men and women, adult people, do not understand the difference, I'll be happy to give you a little exploration about my definition of the two.
Give it. Give it. You want to give it now or you want to wait until another show?
We're going to wait till another show.
All
I've
right.
said it before, but we're going to wait.
I know. That's your thing too. You don't play no games. I gotta give you that. Now check this out. Mr. Simmons said, Queen, I gotta say that I love how you continue us that there's a difference. Continue to tell us that there's a difference between women and ladies and adult females. Adult female, you know what I'm saying? There it is. He loved that. That's cold blooded. And he was saying that right when you saying it too, right when you put it out there. That's heavy because a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people become adults. You know what I'm saying? But they never grow to the full potential of being an adult. You know what I'm saying? Mental is where it's at. Let me drop Mr. J Easy back in. Let me read these last few comments and then I want you to build on something, Cosmo. Mr. Simmons said, teach with capital letters, so he yelled it out.
Teach, yes, yes.
Indeed, indeed. Jay Easy said his signal is tripping. Forgive him. Yeah, the gods will forgive you, right? Mr. Simmons said, Born Power, you should invite Kendra G to one of these shows because you are definitely promoting her podcast. Yes, indeed. I'm always going to promote her podcast. I still waiting for me to get on there because it's going to be some stuff when I get on there. You feel me? I'm going to get on there. Once I get on there, it's going to be a real promotion. But as a quick side note, I'm about to promote Cosmo the God, Cosmo Sage on Facebook, y'all. He got a February situation going on, and we all might want to join him. Speak on it, Cosmo. Let's promote that real quick for a few
Okay,
seconds.
so yeah, so in February, you know, somebody who got diabetes, who got cancer, trying to lose weight, you know, overall just, you know, trying to upgrade their health. I'm doing this group, I'm facilitating the group. I'm gonna be talking about the detoxification process. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be doing fruits and herbs for 30 days, right? Me, I've been in this game for a long time. I'm not somebody who just jumping in and just, you know, teaching. I've been a fruitarian for almost 10 years. This is my ninth year. I've been studying the therapeutic actions of herbs for 9 years, and I've helped people, you know, reverse diabetes. I've got pictures on my Facebook you can see if you want to. People eliminating fibroids, tumors, parasites. You know what I'm saying? And so what we doing is we just, you know, upgrade our health. You know what I'm saying? You know, we talk about even with this right now. People talk about bashing and stuff like that. When people the reason why a lot of people still be bashing or just being negative, and it's because they got a lot of toxins inside, and those toxins flowing throughout their bloodstream, influencing their mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So what we doing is we saying, yo, let's go upgrade. Let's go upgrade ourselves. So y'all can come and join me. We motivating y'all. I'm gonna be giving y'all everyday herbs that you could use every day, like Matico, like Yellow Dock, like Bardana. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be telling you about iron herbs that us as original people, you know what I'm saying, need because we our iron be hecka low. We have anemia and all these different problems. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just bringing that aspect of health back. So peace.
So, all right, peace, God. Are you saying that eating the right thing will clarify, give us a little bit of clarity in our mind, in our mental state, so that we won't feel the need to bash or those parasites won't be eating at our brain anymore in the mental, just in the mental way, so that we will be in a mode of upliftment as opposed to demeaning? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. See, when a person eating bull crap all the time and they not upgrading their health, this is what happens. Your nervous system becomes unregulated. Your hormonal system, the hormonal flow is unregulated because you thinking negative. The stuff that you eating is influencing your thinking, and now you're releasing stress hormones back into your bloodstream. And then what happens? You become more negative. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about
Mm,
peace, we need to get back on that side of base chemistry. We eating a lot
mm,
of acid, and the acid is causing cellular erosion. Just like how you a human being and you got a whole body, your cell is a human being, and inside your cells have organs too. They're called
Mhm.
lysomes. They call mitochondria. They called nucleus. So when you destroying the cell, the organs inside of the cell becomes destructive. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to
Mm.
create cancerous cells. You know what I'm saying? So we got to address that internal. It's just like we out here.
So instead of so when we doing all of that and we got these bad cells in us, then we having negative thoughts, negative thoughts, and negative thoughts that's within us eventually come out, and they're gonna come out on the ones who we see that we can put them on. We can talk bad about. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you always want to talk about the weakest one in the room, and the weakest one in the room is those people over there because they the opposite of you, and your group over here is creating a destructive environment, especially with the parasites that you all putting in. Is that what it is?
Man,
Mentally
hey,
and physically, right?
that
We eating the wrong
mentally,
stuff.
mentally,
Hmm.
physically, and emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all three of those. But even when I like the fact that you broke out that parasite part, because the parasites invade the cell mucous membrane and they start to influence you to be more parasitic. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
that's a big part. But the the main thing I want people to take away and understand is the bloodstream. The bloodstream goes everywhere around the body. If the bloodstream is dirty, it's going to influence those thoughts.
mm. That's true.
So
That's peace. Yeah. So we got to clean that up. We got to clean that up. We gonna. So right now we cleaning up from the outside, but we also got to clean up
February,
inside.
February 1st, come join us, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm already down. I'm getting in. You know what I'm saying? I got to get this right. I've been in the gym every day. You know what I'm saying? And I dare somebody to bash me on social media or Facebook. Don't bash. If y'all bash me on social media or Instagram, or I don't be on Twitter, but I could be on Twitter. But
Look
don't
up.
bash me nowhere. I'm in the gym twice a day. I'm doing 730 workouts this year. They might not all be at the gym. They might be here. So I'm gonna tell y'all this as a gift to the room. When I'm not at the gym, I'm doing at least 500 push-ups a day. You understand what I'm saying? 50 poppers. You feel me?
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I dare somebody to bash me. You know what I mean? They can though. I know they will, but I'm
But
not.
I want to
Just
say
saying.
this too. A lot of the times why people like us as people, we become it's like when you was explaining how the young lady was, she was just trying to give people her point of view and how she see it. You know what I'm saying? A
Mhm.
lot of people in those comments, reason why they was blasting because some of them were triggered. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm not saying we're not saying whether she was right or whether she was wrong. We're saying before you even correct somebody, did you even take the time to get to understanding? In
Right.
order for you to get to understanding, you got to do the knowledge and the wisdom. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got to look, listen, and observe, and then think to yourself which way is wise, and then see. And once you look, listen, and observe her, and then you see to yourself, okay, which way would be the wise way, and then choose that way mentally to yourself, and then get an understanding of that, and then you can see where she went wrong, and then probably shed light to her. But a lot
No
of
doubt.
times people not doing that. They just go straight to bashing because they disagree with it. So we got to learn how to see and understand people.
Right, right, and understand where they're coming from and why they in that position, and that's one of the biggest things too. Because sometimes we bash because we think that's what we're supposed to do. Because, like Mr. Simmons said, we start listening to music, right? Well, it don't influence me, but when something comes up and I get struck by a stone, right? Like the only one that's going to yell is the one that's hit, right, by the stone. Now my resort is to bash, to be mean, to demean, to go crazy on the opposite, right? Because that's what society is starting to teach us to do. You know what I'm saying? I can go crazy on the women, right? I can't personally, but this is what they start making people think they're supposed to do. That's why you got these shows out here. A lot of TV shows is nothing but yelling, fussing, and fighting, right? And I can't see that many
Drama.
people having arguments. You understand what I'm saying? We can't see that, and that's what we trying to figure out. Like I said, we got people that when they first meet a person or first see a person, what are your initial thoughts? Is your initial thoughts like he can't be good, he can't be a good man, or she can't be a good woman, right? Like when I meet a woman, I'm like, oh, she bad. I gotta see what's up with her. I keep it neutral, right? I give that person the chance to show and prove that they are a good person or a bad person. I don't judge them off of the last person. You feel me? And I want the women, especially the women that's on this show or that's on this live right now, to not judge what happened in the past. I mean, that's happening in your present by what happened in the past, especially when it's a new individual that's probably or trying to be a good person in your life. You see what I'm saying? Because if you use that brush and you paint with that broad stroke, you ain't giving somebody a chance. Only thing is, you already got them in a failing position because we don't see any other way. Because that's all we know, like you just said. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm. I
with that,
also go ahead.
go ahead.
I'm gonna add this last part. I think
That's peace.
also it's good to like it's important to see people how they are, but
Mm-hmm.
it's good to see people like the potential that they have to the potential that they have that they can refine
Mm-hmm.
upon and become a different person. You know what I'm saying? Like I be seeing women and I look at them and I be like, yo, maybe she's overweight. Maybe she's probably indoctrinated in this type of way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at her. I'm like, yo, I can see she got potential to change. She got potential to grow to be. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. No doubt. That's 100. Mr. Simmons, uh, he said, Born Power, you know that people are going to bash others, especially bash people who are improving their lives, saying they think they're better than so and so. No doubt. That's a big part of it too, Mr. Simmons. That's a universal piece. And what one thing that we got to do is like this. Like when I see somebody doing better, right? I tend to get happier than that person, right? I don't see any negative in it. And I see a lot of people that, like you said, they be like, oh yeah, they think they the stuff now because they doing this or doing that, or they got this or got that. Usually to me, I'm like, man, they the code. They the code is what I know. I love that. I love to see when people are doing something, but that's about who you around, who you surround yourself with, what your cipher look like or what your circle look like. So that if you got a good circle, we'll never have that kind of conversation. We only gonna have that kind of conversation when you got a weak link, and you know what they say: you only as strong as your weak link. If it's a link in there, if it's a link in there, then we gonna have if it's a weak link in the chain, then we gonna have a situation where it's easy to be torn apart, right? And that's where that bashing come in because if my circle is Mr. Simmons, Mr. Higgins, Queen Ice, Cosmo, Jay Easy, GT, Lisa, Rashidi, LJ, June. If these are Shamika, if Big Mafia is in my circle, if these are the people that's in my circle, right? Nobody should be bashing because we gonna make sure that we gonna manage that properly. We gonna be my brother's keeper and my sister's
And
keeper.
that's back to that accountability part.
That's where it is. Yeah, you gotta you listen. You gotta let people. This is code. You gotta let people hold you accountable for what you're responsible for. You gotta let people do that. We cannot be mad with a person that's trying to hold us accountable for what we are responsible for. If I'm the one that broke the window, Cosmo and Queen Ice gotta hold me responsible for that. They got to hold me accountable for it, I should say, because I'm responsible for that. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we got to let everybody understand. You know, who's holding you accountable for what you are responsible for doing? You dig what I'm saying? Mr. Higgins, here goes your comment. And Mr. Simmons said, Cosmo is good to see a young brother with that mindset that you have. That's peace. He said that's Mr. Higgins said that
Appreciate you,
Mr.
brother.
Higgins is our Alabama brother. You feel me? That's our brother right there. you know. So he'll meet you when he come up next time, possibly Cosmo. We all do
For
it down.
sure.
We all do it and get down together. But Corian, I see you watching. Peace. We glad to see you here. Um, it's past the time limit that we were set for tonight. Like I said, it would go longer if we had more participation. We got enough participation, but I got to get out here and go to work. We got that snow out there, and I got to go get a couple bucks from doing it. So, with that right there, I'm glad that anybody tuned in and watched. I'm glad that Cosmo jumped in. I'm glad that Jay Easy jumped in. It's always great for our host to be on the scene, Queen Ice. You know, that's a great thing. We always can't do it without her. That's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to say that. Boom, 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 boom. Real quick, before we go, I'm gonna say something real quick. Queen Ice, you put up that post with DL Hughley coming to town, right? DL Hughley is hilarious. Anybody that's going, if anybody get a chance, go out there. I seen him at the Improv last year. I think it was 2022. I seen him at the Improv. I'm probably gonna go see him again. You dig what I'm saying? If I get on Kendra G and everything work out for me, I'm gonna get. You dig? Yeah, get me one of them dates on there. You feel me? Yeah. So I'll probably go see him again, but I'm gonna hold somebody else accountable for going to see it with us. You dig? So we should all see each other at the VIP table. You feel me? Hey, but anyway, you got something to say, Ice, before we go?
No, that's peace. You guys had a really great uh, topic of discussion today. Cosmo, it was a pleasure meeting you and hearing your perspective on the topic. I hope you join us for future of our live podcasts.
That's peace. That's
Peace,
peace.
Queen. I definitely gonna join. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. Um, Born already know I'm a builder. I'm gonna stay around building with all of y'all.
That's
Because
peace.
I like learning from y'all, my brothers and sisters who mold me. You know what I'm saying? Especially Born, he hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying?
That's peace.
So
That's
I
peace.
appreciate it.
Yeah. So Cosmo, it's actually Ice's show, right? This is her show. This is her baby. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, she gave
That's
birth to it.
peace. That's
Hey,
peace.
hey, today Supreme Mathematics is born, and she's the one that got it complete. You see what I'm saying? I'm just here. We just here. We happy that she put this platform together, and we can't wait until the next time. We might have to go live in a day or two, Cosmo, and see what's going on, and we'll go right back through here. And if Ice is virtual, because it's a lot of snow and stuff outside, she probably can join us too. And we just gonna build on. I want to build in this group on that February group that Cosmo is bringing about because it's the new year. Let's make a new way in our mind and our body and get everything right. You know what I'm saying? Because we can take you there. Like I can take you on the training, and Cosmo can give you the diet. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna try to get everything right by this summer when we all go on vacation. To the Big Island, whichever one that is. You feel me? So we're gonna do what we do.
Peace.
But anyway, Mr. Simmons, Mr. Higgins, Jay Easy, Miss Davis, Rashidi, LJ, Lisa, GT, Mr. Tillman, Big Mafi, anybody else, Miss Terry, Dennis Perry, Shamika McCall, June, we see you, baby. Any of y'all that came on here and just stopped by to support us, we'll be right back in a couple days. We ain't gonna keep y'all waiting no more. It's been 6-7 months, but we on the scene again today. You dig what I'm saying? And with that said, I'm gonna say peace and end this live, and we will speak to y'all next time. Peace, everybody.